170 million straws roll off production lines every single day from one factory in China, and that's just Soton, one manufacturer among hundreds of large bamboo enterprises transforming millions of bamboo trees into straws, spoons, plates, and cutlery shipped to over 150 countries worldwide. Behind every bamboo straw in a Seattle Starbucks sits a precise multi-step manufacturing process refined over decades, powered by CNC machines holding dozens of patents, and executed by workers standing over equipment amid clouds of sawdust in factories spanning tens of thousands of square meters. China controls approximately 70% of global bamboo production and exports over 2 billion bamboo items annually. Manufacturing clusters in Anji County produce around 12 million commercial bamboo trees annually. Fujian Province handles a major share of bamboo shoot processing, and Hunan Province houses some of the country's largest bamboo product manufacturers. We're going inside the factories to see exactly how bamboo becomes the products appearing on tables worldwide. One last thing before we continue. Making videos that cover real manufacturing process with verified statistics and actual production numbers takes considerably more work than simple reaction content. And the only reason it's sustainable is because enough people subscribe to justify the research time. You don't owe me a subscription, but if you value this kind of detailed industrial content on YouTube, subscribing is how you vote for more of it. Now let's see how these factories actually work. Workers in Hunan forests start the process by selecting Moso bamboo stalks at 3 to 5 years maturity, hunting for pieces with 6 to 10-inch internode spacing. Moso bamboo dominates because it covers about 4.2 million hectares, representing roughly 70% of China's bamboo forests and providing the structural properties manufacturers need. Harvesting happens with hand tools or mechanical cutters. Workers cut stalks into segments measuring 15 to 25 centimeters, with 20 to 21 centimeters standard for drinking straws, and the bamboo gets bundled into lots for transport to processing facilities. Sun drying comes next and lasts 3 to 7 days depending on weather. Humidity drops from around 50 to 60% down to 10 to 15%, and that characteristic golden color develops as sugars caramelize and the outer layer oxidizes under UV exposure. Boiling and sterilization follow a protocol refined through decades of trial and error. Bamboo pieces go into industrial boiling tanks filled with water mixed with natural vinegar or salt solutions. Temperatures reach close to 100 degrees Celsius, and the process runs for 30 to 45 minutes per batch. Workers change the water until it runs clear, removing bacteria, dirt, sap, and reducing sugar content to prevent mold growth. Hollowing and shaping require different approaches for straws versus cutlery. Natural bamboo straws use the plant's existing hollow structure between nodes, so workers use thin metal rods or drill bits to clear membrane tissue inside, enlarging the interior diameter for applications like smoothies or boba tea. Sanding comes next with multiple grit levels. Workers or machines start with coarse sandpaper to remove rough exterior fibers, then progressively finer grits for the smooth feel consumers expect. Interior sanding uses specialized rotary tools with long, thin heads spinning at thousands of RPM, reaching deep inside to eliminate rough spots that could trap bacteria. Edge finishing requires particular attention because sharp bamboo can cut lips. Workers use rounded grinding tools or flame treatment to soften the rim, creating a small radius on both ends, and quality control inspectors run their fingers around every edge checking for remaining sharpness. Coating application provides final protection. Food-safe oils get applied by hand brushing, spray application, or dip tanks, coconut oil for premium natural products, mineral oil for longer shelf life in mass market distribution, and natural waxes like carnauba for water resistance. Application happens at controlled temperatures to help the coating penetrate the bamboo fiber structure. UV sterilization comes last before packaging. Products pass through UVC chambers for 30 to 60 seconds of exposure, eliminating remaining bacteria, viruses, or mold spores that survived the earlier boiling. In artisanal setups, the entire process can take 2 to 3 weeks from cutting fresh bamboo to having a finished straw ready for packaging. Factory automation cuts this dramatically to 3 to 5 days by running multiple steps simultaneously, using forced air drying instead of sun drying, and minimizing wait times between stages. Walking into a modern bamboo manufacturing facility hits you immediately with sound. Metal striking metal creates a deafening rhythm as stamping machines punch out cutlery shapes at rates exceeding 200 pieces per minute. Cutting saws scream through bamboo stalks at high RPM, and ventilation systems roar, trying to clear the haze of sawdust filling the air. CNC shape engraving machines anchor the production lines for spoons, forks, and knives. These multi-station automatic cutlery makers can process raw bamboo strips into finished cutlery in under 90 seconds per piece. Bamboo planks feed into the first station where a computer-controlled router bit carves the outline shape. The second station uses smaller bits to hollow out the spoon bowl or fork tines to precise depths. The third station handles edge smoothing with progressively finer rotary sanders, and the fourth station stamps the manufacturer logo into the handle. Separating machines use pneumatic blades to cut finished cutlery pieces away from surrounding bamboo waste at high speeds, powered by compressed air systems. Rotary sanding equipment then provides final surface finish. Products pass through multi-head sanders with spinning drums wrapped with progressively finer sandpaper, and the entire sanding process takes only seconds per piece. Automated quality control systems using computer vision technology scan every piece at multiple checkpoints. High-resolution cameras capture images at high frame rates. Software algorithms analyze dimensions, checking for variations beyond tight tolerances, and rejected pieces get kicked off the line by air jets into separate collection bins. One Angie County factory implemented this computer vision technology and reduced assembly line staff from 8 workers down to 2, representing a 75% reduction in labor while improving consistency because machines don't get tired during long shifts. A fully automated facility like Soton's operation can process raw bamboo into packaged finished straws at a rate exceeding 7,000 pieces per hour per production line. And with more than 200 lines running simultaneously, that's how they reach their daily output of 170 million straws. Photojournalist Sean Gallagher documented working conditions inside bamboo factories for the Pulitzer Center and described a deafening soundscape: wood chips flying and workers standing over aging machines in a haze of sawdust. Women form between roughly 2/3 and over 90% of workers in bamboo manufacturing across Asia, concentrated in hand-finishing operations requiring fine motor control. A typical day involves sitting at a workstation for 10 to 12 hours, sanding hundreds of pieces of cutlery using handheld rotary tools, inspecting each piece for defects, and stacking finished products into bins. Piece rate payment structures dominate smaller factories where workers earn fractions of a yuan per finished piece. A skilled worker finishing bamboo spoons can process around 100 pieces per hour, translating to daily wages of about 100 to 150 yuan for a 10-hour shift. Safety equipment usage depends heavily on factory size and regulatory oversight. Modern facilities require dust masks, safety glasses, hearing protection, cut-resistant gloves, and use air filtration systems that cycle the entire factory air volume regularly. Smaller operations might provide nothing more than cloth masks, and the sawdust haze often signals inadequate ventilation. Bamboo straws come in multiple specifications depending on intended use. Standard drinking straws measure around 20 centimeters in length with about 6 millimeters interior diameter. Boba tea straws expand to 8 or 10 millimeters to allow tapioca pearls through, and smoothie straws can reach 12 millimeters for thick beverages. Bamboo spoons represent the largest volume product after straws. Standard spoon dimensions measure roughly 16 centimeters total length with bowl depth under 1 centimeter. Production starts with bamboo planks pressed flat under high hydraulic pressure, kiln-dried, then CNC machines carve spoon shapes and automated sanders smooth all surfaces. Bamboo plates and bowls enter production from laminated bamboo boards created by gluing together multiple thin strips. Manufacturers cut strips a few millimeters thick, arrange them in alternating grain patterns for strength, apply food-safe adhesives, press under controlled pressure and temperature, then machine the laminated boards into plate shapes. Quality concerns have surfaced repeatedly with laminated products. Some children's bamboo plates and mixed bamboo plastic products have been recalled due to chemical exposure risks and excessive formaldehyde levels in adhesives, reminding consumers that bamboo doesn't automatically mean perfectly safe. Village workshops still produce bamboo products using entirely hand methods. A skilled artisan can produce only a few dozen finished straws per day, working from dawn to dusk, cutting bamboo by hand, boiling in woks over wood fires, and sanding with handheld stones. These artisanal products command premium prices. Individual straws can sell for several dollars each in Western eco-stores compared to a few cents for factory-made equivalents. Industrial automation has transformed production economics completely. Lu Zhongping's Sotan facility produces 170 million straws daily at extremely low per-unit production cost, including materials, labor, utilities, and overhead. Mass retailers purchase in container load quantities at wholesale prices still low enough to undercut many alternatives. Production speed differences are staggering. One CNC cutlery machine can replace dozens of hand workers in daily output, operate almost around the clock, and produce more consistent quality with lower defect rates compared to hand production. Machinery investment requires substantial capital. A complete automated bamboo straw production line can cost in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, and a full facility like Sotan's operation, with 200 lines, represents equipment investments reaching tens of millions of dollars. Manufacturing defects create ongoing quality control challenges. Common problems include cracks developing along grain lines during drying, uneven wall thickness causing weak spots, residual sugar content leading to mold growth, and coating application that's either too thin to protect or too thick and sticky. Greenwashing presents problems for manufacturers trying to export. European regulators have targeted bamboo plastic composite products where manufacturers mix bamboo powder with melamine and market the finished products as bamboo without disclosing plastic content. Production capacity continues expanding. China's tens of millions of tons of annual bamboo production represent only a fraction of estimated sustainable harvest levels, suggesting room for significant growth. Market projections show the global bamboo straw market potentially exceeding hundreds of millions of dollars by 2030 as plastic bans spread. Automation will eliminate more jobs while increasing production volume. Computer vision technology, robotic material handling, and AI-powered quality control systems are spreading from the largest factories down to mid-sized operations, accelerating workforce reductions along assembly lines. 170 million straws daily from one manufacturer, multi-step processing taking just days in automated facilities, CNC machines carving hundreds of pieces per minute, workers standing amid sawdust haze for 10 to 12-hour shifts, products shipped to over 150 countries. That's the manufacturing reality behind the bamboo straws appearing in cafes and the bamboo spoons on airline trays. Production quality ranges from artisans making a few dozen pieces daily by hand to automated lines producing millions. From village workshops with almost no quality control to ISO-certified facilities with computer vision inspection systems. The production infrastructure keeps expanding toward that trillion yuan target by 2035, and millions more bamboo trees will be transformed into straws and spoons as regulations continue banning plastic worldwide.